What's going on, boxing fans? Julian Williams with the distance. I have a video for you guys today. I'm not hungover or anything, but or drunk. Sorry about that last night. But this is my Tomasz Adamek, Jason Estrada post-fight video. Fight took place last night. My prediction was a unanimous decision for Tomasz Adamek, and it ended up being a decision for Tomasz Adamek. But on to the fight. The first rounds, I was a little surprised with how Adamek came out and how the fight kind of turned out to be. You saw Jason Estrada kind of change his style a few times in the fight. The first three rounds, Estrada was standing there. He was actually exchanging with Tomasz Adamek, and then like 4 through 6, he got into this defensive mode. Was doing the shoulder roll and throwing one shot off of it. Compared to Adamek's 3, and in probably like around in 7 and 8, he was back to kind of just standing there and squaring up with him. Then round 9 through 12, he was actually stalking Adamek, and wow, it was crazy to see that. Jason Estrada actually stalking Tomasz Adamek when really the way to beat Tomasz Adamek is to box. Especially if you have no punching power, you should not be standing there exchanging with Tomasz Adamek, because Adamek has power, and with a fighter who has power, it's like this. Adamek has power. He has overall boxing ability. He's strong, and on top of that, pretty much the crowd is in his favor. So the crowd is going to react more to Adamek's shots than Jason Estrada's shots. And the fact that Estrada has only like 6 knockouts in his career, is kind of another determining factor of why he should not have been standing there exchanging with Tomasz Adamek. He should have kept his distance and kind of just fired off his left jab and just pretty much tried his best to make it a boring fight. But by no means was the fight boring. But onto the fight, Tomasz Adamek. I was very impressed with Tomasz Adamek's performance in the fight. Tomasz Adamek was doing a good job of slipping shots and coming from underneath and landing the overhand right. He was actually doing a very good job of it. I was surprised. I was surprised, like in the 12th round, I saw him actually, slip a few shots. At the very end of the last 30 seconds, he actually slipped a few Estrada shots. But really, the story of the fight was Adamek just stealing rounds. And I think that towards the end of the fight, Estrada caught on to it. In round 3, I thought Estrada was winning round 3 until the very end of the round came, and Adamek just stole it from him by landing that right hand that it didn't daze or stun him, but he landed a very clean right hand that was very effective. And other than landing the right hand that was effective, he just kept stealing rounds from Estrada. And then in the fourth round, when he got into this little defensive mode, he did a shoulder roll, and there's another round when he was, he's kind of standing there and moving his shoulders and stuff, and just using all kinds of defensive techniques, and just none of those techniques were working for him. And then he just got into this mode where he just started to stalk Adamek, as I mentioned, when he started to stalk him. But Adamek, did a very good job in this fight. It was very patient. Everything was coming off that left jab. He used his left jab to get on the inside. He wasn't, compared to Estrada, Adamek wasn't throwing single shots. Adamek threw at least 3 shots, compared to Estrada's 1. Two, Adamek started the exchanges, and even though sometimes he wasn't finishing the exchanges, he started them, he landed the more compact shots, and pretty much was just the overall ring general all 12 rounds. Really, I only gave Estrada 1 round the whole fight. I only gave Estrada 1 round, but there was a couple rounds, that I thought Estrada was winning just until the end of the round, and I think Estrada caught on that he was getting rounds stolen from. So towards the end of the round, he would kind of back off and put his hands up and get on the ropes or whatever, and kind of invite Adamek in, so he could catch him with something. But overall, it was just it was a good fight. Adamek and Estrada, very good fight. The video is here on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out. But overall, so now we're gonna see more likely we're gonna see Adamek versus Cristobal Arreola, April 24th, I believe. That's the planned date. And but overall, very good showing from Adamek. He looked really good in this fight. You can tell by looking at him, he's improving a lot, because now he defeated a boxer with good hand speed and good and pretty good skill. But I think that it kind of sucks that you did see that Estrada did prepare very well for this fight, just because the fact that he was using all kinds of different techniques, but those techniques weren't working for him. So Estrada did have a pretty good game plan, but he couldn't capitalize on the game plan that he had. But anyway, I had 11 rounds and 1 for Adamek, just because he was in there the whole fight and was landing more compact shots, the full 12, and threw more, landed more, and pretty much Estrada was fighting the Adamek fight. So anyway, that was the distance. Thanks for watching. Peace.